Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited that you're here. You'll have to excuse my appearance, guys. I literally wasn't planning on doing this video. I just washed my hair. It's still wet and I don't, this was a really impromptu video. So excuse my appearance. I just hope you can really hear the message of this video. My name is Jasenia. I am a law of assumption manifesting coach. And I'm here to help you get through your blocks, get through your limiting beliefs, and get to your freaking manifestation. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, go ahead and click the down bar, the description box, and check out the links. But I just want to hop right into this one. I felt really called to do this video, okay? A lot of people are going through the same thing right now, and myself included. So I just wanted to make the video. Now, if you have been affirming, right? You've been affirming, you've been doing your techniques, however you like to work your law of attraction, and you've been getting results, right? Maybe it was an SP and they blocked you and you guys weren't talking, it was no contact, and then all of a sudden they unblocked you, and then they texted you and they called you, and it was like, oh my God, and you started to feel like, this is going great, this is perfect. And then all of a sudden they block you again, or they just stop responding, or they just snap on you and just like tell you, I don't want to talk to you anymore or whatever. And you're just like, what the fuck? No, seriously. And I'm sorry I curse on this channel, but I'm at the point in my life where I'm just going to be myself. I'm a real person. I'm not a hippy dippy old vibrations and all this master, all this. I'm a real chick. And I just want to show you and tell you how to use law of attraction in your real life for real people, okay? So you're like, what the fuck? Or maybe you were competing against a coworker for a promotion and you just knew you had it, and you were affirming, and you just, you felt like you didn't have any limiting beliefs or any doubts. And then the other person got it and you just didn't. And you're just like, what the fuck? Or, you're affirming that you have a lot of money and that money is coming from all directions, and you're just going ham. And then it starts to come, and all of a sudden, a huge bill comes out of nowhere that you can't afford. Or, you just, something happens and you lose your money or whatever. Some expenses come in and whatever, or the money stops flowing, and you're just like, what the fuck? This is normal. It's a part of literally almost every manifestation. And once you really get into attracting what you want, not attracting, excuse me, creating what you want. I no longer believe in the whole attraction thing. And I'll talk about that maybe later in this video or in another video. But once you really get into creating and you start elevating in this whole thing, you're going to notice this happens a lot. It happened to me a ton with my manifestations. And to give you an example, I manifested my SP a long time ago. And this was way back when I was still into regular law of attraction. I was still into the whole techniques and the 5x55 and the 2-cup method and raising your vibrations and all this other type of stuff, right? I was still into all that. And I had a lot of limiting beliefs, okay? I definitely spent a lot of time missing him, right? Crying about him, wondering what he's doing, and I still manifested him. He still came, okay? But he came and then left, and then came and left. And it was like a hot and cold thing, and I manifested a third party, and it took me months to get rid of the third party and all this other stuff. It was never exactly right. It was never exactly what I wanted to be. But every time I manifested what I wanted, or I manifested a job once, right? And I manifested the exact job, the exact location, the exact benefits, the exact payment. In fact, I even got paid more at that job than I wrote down, right? But when I got the job, it was just like, ugh. It was just like, ugh. But I can tell you that every time this happened to me and it seems like shit hit the fan, I stopped persisting. I stopped, and it's normal. Every thing that you're manifesting, a lot of times there is that little time frame of resistance, where it feels like you're doing everything right. You're affirming all day on a loop, and you feel like, I'm on a mental diet, I'm not thinking about anything negative, and if it comes, I kick it right out. So why is this happening to me? Like, what's going on? And it's just the purging. It's normal. Don't emotionally react. There was a time where I would emotionally react. I would cry and I would feel like, what the fuck is going on? And this isn't fair. And get into that victim mentality. That's a trap. Do not do it. Stay the course, because you're just a couple of days or a couple of weeks, but normally it's just a couple of days before your breakthrough. Okay, it's literally normal. All it is your old beliefs, your old doubts, your old fears coming up. Okay, Neville Goddard calls it dying to yourself. All right, I call it purging. Some people call it the transitional period, but we all experience the same thing. And I like to think of it as like a cup of water. And in this cup of water, you have this murky water that is representing, the 3D world that you've been experiencing, the shitty relationship, the money problems, the whatever, okay? Whatever it is that you don't like. This is that cup of water. And then you start affirming and you start meditating and you start staying focused on the things that you want. And every time you do that, every time you say your affirmation, clean water is just being dripped into that cup of water, just a little bit, just like that, like a little splash, right? And then eventually you start noticing the cup starts flowing over, and that's where it seems like you're losing control. That's where your SP started talking to you and then they block you, or the money started coming in and then it stopped, or whatever. That's this period where the cup is flowing over and it feels like you just lost control. You felt like you were really getting the hang of it, and then it just feels like you lost control. You didn't lose control. It's purging. Okay, so now the cup is flowing over and all the dirty water is coming out, right? And you see it. It's like in your face. Those limiting beliefs that you had and those fears that you had and the things that you used to meditate on, it's now in your face, and it's okay. It is okay. You got to look it dead in his face and say, fuck you. Okay. No, seriously, look it dead in his face and say, fuck you, and keep affirming. Okay. You keep persisting. You keep putting that clean water in that cup. Let it flow. Let it flow over. Because you're going to notice in the next few days or in the next few weeks, depending on how good you are with your mental diet, I will say the better you are at your mental diet, the faster it's going to happen and the better it's going to happen. So if I were you, I would keep on my mental diet. But you're going to notice it's like it never happened. And that is revision at its finest. Isn't it great? I know we wish we could just not deal with this, but unfortunately, sometimes, it's a part of the game, but it's okay. Just look it dead in his face and say, fuck you, and keep affirming. My SP, it loves me. We are together. I have thousands of dollars, and whatever it is your affirmations are, you keep repeating them and you keep with your mental diet. Now, this is where a lot of people give up. This is where a lot of people say, this isn't working. This is bullshit. I'm not good at this. I can't manifest. Other people can do it, but I can't do it. Listen, you're not special. Nobody is special. And nobody is special when it comes to law of assumption and when it comes to manifesting. It's a law, just like gravity. Nobody gets to check out of gravity. Nobody gets to say that gravity doesn't work for them. It's you're not special. I know that. In the moment it sucks, right? We're all human, and depending on where you are in your journey, especially if you're in the beginning, it can hurt like fuck. You're like, especially when it comes to something that you really want or somebody that you really love, yeah, it can sting a bit. It's just like, it doesn't feel good. But have your moment. I'm not one of those teachers who tell you not to ever have a moment, or that if you do have a moment, it's going to mess up your manifestation. That's not true. We're having a human experience, okay? We cry, we get angry, you get frustrated. You're just like, why is this happening to me? Why are you like this? Why can't it just be easy? We all have those moments, but keep it to a minimum. Have it, let it out, feel it, and then trash it, okay? And then get back on the horse. Remember, your thoughts are creating your reality. Your most persistent thoughts are creating a reality very quickly, okay? So keep persisting, keep affirming, keep on your mental diet. Don't let up, And if you had a moment, if you did already, you know, before you seen this video, if you reacted, it's okay. It's okay. All right, keep at it. And if you're first starting this, it's okay if you don't necessarily believe all your affirmations. Okay, you don't have to necessarily believe your affirmations for them to work, especially when you're first starting. You're not gonna believe it. Okay, you know, you're not gonna believe it when your 3D reality is showing you something completely different. It's hard. Like, let's be real. Excuse me. Let's be real. It's hard. So it's okay. Do not pressure yourself into believing your affirmations. Do not tell yourself that if you don't believe your affirmations, it's not going to come true, because that's creating a block. You're literally asking for a block and creating one. You do not have to believe your affirmations for them to come true. You just have to keep persisting. You just have to keep persisting. You just have to keep affirming. You just have to keep your negative thoughts to a zilch or a very bare minimum, and keep your affirmations to like a literal 110%. All day, every day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep at night. You need to be affirming. And you'll notice that over time, once you start seeing signs and you start seeing your results, you're going to naturally start believing it. Okay, but at first, you know, it's kind of hard. But I don't know why I felt the need to do this video right this second, but I'm choosing to believe it's for a reason. So whoever it's for, I hope it helps. Maybe it's for me to look back on. I don't know, but I just really felt the need to do it right now. So yeah, for one-on-one coaching, check out that description box and hit that subscribe button, like for more content. I promise you, most times I'll at least have on a decent shirt. Right now I just have on this, but I'll at least have on a decent shirt, and I'll lay my edges a little bit for y'all, you know. But this is just one of those I have to do it right now videos. So thank you guys for accepting me the way I am, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.